Okay, I got about 34 minutes here to do a video. I didn't really know if I wanted to do a video or not, but here goes nothing. So, what I will start out with, I gotta get this shit off my chest. Like, this is not gonna be a good video. This is not gonna be a good video. I don't even know if I'm gonna have the balls to upload it, if I'm being honest, but this is not gonna be a good video. This is a very bad video for me personally. All that I can hope for is that this reaches another addict, another person on prescription drugs, or another person that is struggling with addiction or having any kind of problem in your life. I don't know what it is, but all that I can do is hope that it helps someone out there to get through it better, or to deal with it better, or have some kind of outlet, or somewhere to go, or someone to maybe help or something. I don't know, but I'm just going to start out with this. I started I'm not going to get into details in this video. I will say things, but I'm not getting into like real nitty-picky details. But I have been messing up again. I've been messing up again. I relapsed on the drug I do, and I was doing that for a pretty long time. I'm not going to say how I got it to get it or what I was doing. I mean, I might as I'm into the video, as I'm speaking in the video, but the thing is, I have been taking a medication called Suboxone for about 7 years. And even though I dibbled and dabbled with the drug of my choice, which I might as well just say it's a bad one, and not a lot of people even, you got to understand an addict's brain is wired. It's just when you do these things, it just takes hold of your life, and it's very hard to describe to someone who has never been a drug addict. When you start doing it and you do it a couple times or something, it can just completely take hold of you. It is like a stronghold of strongholds of many strongholds. It's not just one thing, it's many things, because when you're doing it and you don't have it, you got to get it again because you feel sick, you go through withdrawal, your mind is all over the place. And this is what I want to talk about. This is why I'm doing this video, because I got to get this off my chest. Like, it has gotten so bad. Like, I haven't, because I relapsed and I've been doing stuff which I am ashamed to say. I am very ashamed to say it. It's not a good feeling. It sucks. I hate even talking about it, but I got to do it. I have to do it. I got to do it for my own soul, my own sake, my own life. But I haven't been taking my other prescribed medication, which is Suboxone, for over a month. And the post-acute withdrawals from those, I honestly think that I'm not going to say I was hallucinating, but I think that I have been in for a very long time. I think I have been in some kind of like drug-induced psychosis or something. Like, it got that bad. It got that bad. And it's very scary. It's a very scary thing when you're taking these prescribed medications, which, see, the paradox about this is that even though it helps, or it helped me stay off of the stuff, it's still another stronghold, because I got to take it every day. I got to use it every day. And frankly, I got tired of taking it. And I don't want to be dependent on anything like that. But that I took that for over 7 years, and that was the longest that I took it. And I was taking pretty much. Now, I wasn't taking as much as most people, but I wasn't taking a little either. I was taking probably more than what I need, but at the same time, I didn't do any of this for like over a month, and I cannot even explain to people that have never gone through withdrawal from a substance or have ever been on benzodiazepines and got off of them or cold turkeyed. I basically cold turkeyed off of most of these drugs before, and let me tell you, it is a living hell, my friends. Hell. It is hell on earth. I know what hell is. I have experienced hell physically and mentally and emotionally and psychologically. I have experienced hell. I know what hell is here. I know what it is. I've seen hell in my dreams. I have had things where when I was in my dream, I woke up and I still thought that I was in the dream. I had something happen about, I don't know, months ago where I had this very bizarre dream and it was really bad, and I woke up. I didn't know where I was for a minute. And, you know, I called my mother and I called my dad and I talked with them, and I was like bawling, and I was just like hysterical because my brain was, it almost felt like I had like a stroke or something, if I'm being honest. But I don't know necessarily if it was a stroke, or I can call it some kind of like psychosis or something. I don't know what to call this, but lately I've been having these really horrible dreams, like very violent and nasty, and it's just really bad stuff, you know. It's always something horrible. It's always, and I'm not a violent person. That's the thing with me. I'm not a violent guy. Not now in my life, I'm not violent. Now, back in the day when I was a kid, we're all kind of, you know, brought up around this violence, and we watch movies that are violence, and we're very, you know, we don't know how much like evil there really is, you know, when we really look at it. And it's like, see, me, I got to be very careful with what I'm watching. I have to be careful with everything I'm doing because I have horrible, horrible, horrible night terrors and bad dreams. I'm going to call them bad, horrible dreams and night terrors, because I have dreams where I'm getting killed. I have been killed in every kind of way that you can think of in my dreams. And I really thought that I was, you know, that this was really happening when I was in the dream. And I had some horrible things. Like, I don't even want to talk about the things that I had. I mean, it's so horrible. And it's not just one thing in the dream. It can go and it can keep doing what it does. And it's almost like tormenting me in something. And this is what these drugs do, man. These drugs are like, they whether you want to say a literal or metaphorical demon, they attach that to you as a person, because that's what they do, man. They mess you up, and they mess your life up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know there is some people that will watch this video that you do not believe in God. You don't believe in a spiritual realm. You don't believe in any of that stuff. Listen, let me tell you, when you're going through this, you know the saying, there are no atheists in foxholes. Let me tell you something. When you're having something like, I'm just calling it this because I don't know what to call it, but when you're having something like drug-induced things going on, or psychosis, or whatever it is, I'm not saying that's what it is for certain, but when you have these things going on, It's terrifying. The only word that I can give to you and be absolutely honest with you is it is terrifying. If you could see, if you could take a glimpse into my soul right now, you might be looking at me and you might say, oh, well, you look fine to me. You don't look scared. You look normal. Yeah, but that's not. Just because you look at a person and you look at people, I'm telling you, man, the brain, this thing it can do terrifying things. You might not think that, you might be healthy now and you might not have any of this stuff. And then later on in life, it can happen. Because I know it has happened to me. It has happened to me as a person, and I'm telling other people, it is horrifying. Whatever you do, brothers and sisters watching this, please stay away from these fucking drugs. Stay away from them. I'm telling you, if you don't want to know what a nightmare, a living hell is, stay away from this shit. I'm telling you, I can't urge it enough, and lately I have been just crying and weeping and just have been so emotional and emotionally drained and psychologically spent. Like I can't do anything. I moved in with my mother. This is how bad it got. And I'm ashamed to say this. I am ashamed to say this stuff. I had to move in with my mother because I was falling behind on my rent and things just that quick just got completely out of hand. Now, I don't know how the volume's going to be with this because the wind's blowing. It might mess the whole video up. I hope it doesn't, because I really want to get this across to anybody that might be going through the same thing. Like, I'm telling you, if you are someone you are sober today and you do not do heroin, cocaine, prescription drugs, benzodiazepines, you don't do any of that stuff, listen, when I tell you to run from these things, and I mean run like it's literal hell itself that is going to torture you, because this is how bad it is. And I am not exaggerating when I say this, my friends. And I say this because I love everybody that is watching. I care for every single person because you're a human like me. We're all humans here. We all feel, we all go through things. We all have emotions, and we all have, we all feel, and we all have a psychology, and we all have a brain. And I'm telling you, I have known what hell is. I have had visions of hell in my dreams. I have had drug psychosis with these drugs, and I'm telling you, it's worse than a nightmare. It's worse than a nightmare. A nightmare doesn't even describe it. When you're actually in it and you're feeling it and you're going through it, and it's happening to you as a person. See, when I look at myself in this camera, this doesn't do it justice. I look normal. I just look normal. I look like I'm okay. It doesn't really look like anything's going on. But see, this is why, even if you think there's a God or you don't think there's a God, I want to say it's irrelevant, but at the same time it is relevant, because when it says things like, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, we wrestle against the principalities in the high dark places. I really think that there is a realm that people cannot see, that most people do not talk about. They keep it hidden. And those hidden things are causing, I know the havoc it can cause. I know the havoc these things can cause. I know I have felt pure evil. I have been around evil. I have sensed evil. I have known evil. I have felt evil, even though it eludes me. Like there's something that the one, and I really don't want to mention the name, but there's something that this one serial killer said, Richard Ramirez, and what he did was horrible to people. Absolutely horrible what this man did to people. But he said, I felt these powers, and I knew they were there, but it eludes me. And I know I have had things, whether people believe me or not. I want to say, well, it doesn't matter, but to me it does matter. It does matter to me because I know what I have gone through, and I do not want that for any of you out there. I do not want that for one of you. Not one. Not one. If one would not perish through my words, then I did something today. Even if I have to let my pride and my ego down and I have to tell you these things. And I did a couple other things too that I am not proud of during this little stint that I went through, or this mishap that I went through, because I'm still kind of in it. I'm still withdrawing. I'm still going through the motions. I'm nowhere near out of the woods yet. I only been off of this stuff for a little over a month now, and I'm trying to get out of the wind so I can get this message across. But every time I'm saying something that I really believe and think is important, there's something that always messes it up. Now the wind is blowing really hard out here, so I don't know how this video is going to be, but I'm telling you, if I can prevent one person from not doing this to themselves, if I can prevent one of you out there from not getting yourself into what I got myself into, that has to count for something. Even though I know a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter, and that's life, and you know, all the things we say. But I'm telling you, when you're someone that is having these things happen to you for real, like it's, you know, when you're having something happen in your brain, it's real. It's real. It's real. It's not imagination. It's not something that is just, oh, it's bull crap and it's a delusion. No, this stuff is real. It's actually happening to that person. And that's why, as bad as I want to think that I'm helping someone, I can't make a choice for anybody today. And I don't have the ability to maybe make people understand. I'm doing the best I can with my own words, and I'm letting my pride and I'm letting my ego down. But it's very hard to understand what I mean, because if you don't discern these things and you're not going through it, then more than likely you're not going to understand what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And this wind is blowing so hard. I'm going to go over here for maybe a couple more minutes. I'm not even going to be able to finish this video. See, this is what always happens. This is what always happens when I want to put something out that is I think is very important. There's something that just messes it up. And I mean, it's very cold out here too, and the wind is blowing really hard. And my hands are frozen doing this video. So, and like I said, I don't feel good as it is. You know, these Suboxone, I'm telling you, like the post-acute withdrawal that comes with these, it lasts. I already did this. I already got off of these one time back in 2009. I got off of them for 1 year and 3 months. And that whole year or so, I was in post-acute withdrawal. It's very hard to explain, but you're not right. Your brain's not right. And it's only been like a month and a half since I took them. And I know this sounds kind of crazy. I know this will sound nuts to someone that may not understand this, but it's kind of like, even though I didn't want this to happen, it's almost like this needed to happen for me to get off of those, because I don't think I could have got off of them. And you know, I even prayed to God. I said, God, if you hear me and you're really there, I need to get off of this stuff. I got to get off of this. I can't keep living like this. I can't keep being codependent on a substance. But see, the thing that scares me, it's that powerful. It's that powerful, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. You have to understand, if you study drug addiction and you study the brain, I watched something on Prince the other day. When you do these things, it overrides your system, it overrides your brain, it overrides everything that makes you make decisions. It's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I just want to be able to go to sleep and wake up and not have these horrible dreams and not feel bad and not have to rely on any drugs. I don't want to do it. But these things, it's almost like it's taking control of you. It takes control of you. And what do you do when it's like that? What do you say to somebody that is addicted? What do you say to somebody like me? I don't know. I don't know. And this is why I know there's a lot of you don't believe in God. You think God is a fairy tale. You think it's fiction. But I'm telling you, when you get like this, the only thing I could do is call out to God. The only thing I could do is call out to the Creator and say, please help me. I don't know where to turn. I don't know where to go with this. Like, this is insane. This is lunacy. It's like, if there's not something there to bear witness to my soul and my spirit, or whatever makes me this that I am, this vessel here, I'm telling you, man, it's true. There are no atheists in foxholes. You know, a lot of us, we talk about how we hate life, and we say all these things, but I'm telling you, when it comes down to it and your life is on the line and you know you're going to die, or you know something bad is going to happen, I'm telling you, things can change very quickly, my friends, very, very quickly. And I am being 100% honest with you in this video. I am being as honest as I can possibly be, and I'm trying to make this about me. I'm not trying to make this about anybody else, but the thing is, we can't get away from the fact that we are all connected somehow. We are all connected in this world somehow. We are all getting from the same source. We are all being provided by the same source, whether you want to call that God or Jesus Christ or the universe or whatever. But see, the creation, I don't want to get too much into details in this video. I don't want to do that. But I provide nothing. I do nothing to provide for myself. Nothing. Nothing. We do nothing to provide for ourselves. And I'm just going to say this. I am nothing. I am nothing without God. I am nothing without what is provided to me. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, I don't believe in God, and the universe provides, and the sun shines on plants, and plants grow, and we eat the plants. But really think about it. What caused all of this to happen? How did we become humans? How did all this happen? I mean, it's so bizarre and strange, and I know I did videos on this before, and this is both something that I am very fascinated with, but at the same time, it can depress me, and it makes me, it gets me in a state of, it's very hard to explain. It's very interesting and it's a mystery, but at the same time, it's something that it's like this, it is this, It is this existential thing there, knowing that I am not going to last forever. I am not going to be here forever. I am going to expire one day in my life. And I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Like, I'm somebody that I tend to focus on the eternal things. I tend to focus on things that actually mean something for myself and others, and being vulnerable and showing compassion and mercy and love to people. I'm tired of this evil. I'm tired of this wretchedness. I'm tired of this chasing. I'm tired of this, just this hurt and this pain and this misery. And I'm tired of just the whole gossip of things and just all the things that go on. I'm tired. My soul is tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm weak. I really am. And being vulnerable like that, you see, pride and ego doesn't want to do that. We just don't realize a lot of this is caused by pride and ego too, if I'm being honest. Not all of it, but a lot of it is caused by our pride and ego. And we just don't really see how dangerous this is for us. We're not really comprehending, because I wasn't comprehending it for the longest time. You see what I'm saying? I was very prideful and egotistical, and I'm telling you, there might be a little bit of that. Yes, I might be prideful and egotistical with my music and my writing and things like that, but not really. There might be a little bit there that allows me to do it. I might be a little bit like every artist, every single musician, every person that is a writer or something. They are a little bit narcissistic. You have to be to do what you do. You have to reflect on yourself, and you have to kind of bear witness to yourself. But it ain't that I want to do that, because like I said, I'm tired, and my soul is just, there is this transitioning going on in my life, and I'm not saying that I'm better than, and I'm not saying that I'm worse than anybody, but I am a human being. I need help just like any other person does. We cannot do anything that is not provided to us, is what I'm saying. And we can get so cocky, and we can get so arrogant, and we can get so bold and prideful and egotistical and think that we got this. I got this, and I don't need anything. I don't need God. I don't need anybody to do anything for me. I don't need this person. I don't need any of this stuff. I don't need the message of Jesus Christ. I don't need to have compassion. I don't need to have mercy. I don't need to do any of those things, because I don't like people, and I'm a misanthrope, and I can't stand this world and all this. And it's a horrible outlook to have in this life. You know, I'm sorry to say, but it's not good for me. It's not good for my soul. It's not good for my soul. And yes, I'm not saying that I'm perfect either, because I'm not. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person. And this is me bearing witness that I am far from perfect. But being vulnerable like this, why does it have to be so hard for me to be vulnerable and say I messed up, and to say I have been on a very bad path, and I have allowed myself to get tangled up in that web of addiction again? And that's how powerful it is. That's how tricky it is. That's how influential it is. That's how evil it is. It's evil. It's evil. It's evil. And a lot of people don't see drug addiction as evil. I do. I see it as being evil. It's evil. It's an evil entity that takes complete control of your life, and it makes you do things. It makes you steal. It makes you lie. It makes you cheat. It makes you do things to your own parents and your own brothers and sisters and your own family members and even yourself. I know, because I did it, and I never thought that I would do some of the things that I didn't do for a very long time. But then I ended up doing them myself, and I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. And I don't want to get into details because that's for me to handle with my own soul as a person. But I'm doing this for anybody out there that is going through drug addiction, or you're going through some kind of existential thing, or you're in a place in life where things are just not good, they're bad, and you don't want to be like that though. You see, you don't want to be like that. You do not want to be like that, because I do not want to be like this. I do not want to be like this at all. At all, at all. I hate this. I despise this side of me. But yet, that's how much of a stronghold. And if I have to say this, so be it. If I have to say, in the name of something pure and holy, if I have to say, in the name of Jesus Christ, take this away from me. Take this away from my brothers and sisters. Take this away from whoever's watching. Take this away, even if you don't believe in it. Even if you don't think it's something real, at least just proclaim it with me. You know what I mean? Like, at least proclaim it. You know, I got to stop being a coward. I have to stop being a coward, because as bad as there's something in me that is a complete paradox. I don't know if there is a creator, or there is some kind of spirit or spirits, or there is God, or there's something that put all of this together and did this. I don't know for sure, but I'm telling you, lately that's how bad it got for me. I'm not gonna lie, that I called upon God, and I called upon things, and like I said, I've just been pouring my heart out. I've been having these dreams, and I've been pouring my heart out, and I have just been crying. I have been weeping. I have been going through something that I really can't explain to people. It's unexplainable. I can't explain it through words. I really can't. As bad as I wish I could, I can't. I can't do it. And of course, I didn't bring my keys with me. I wanted to sit in my car for a second because I'm freezing. But anyway, I am back at what I am calling home right now. This is my mother's place, but I don't plan on being here for too long, but that's what happened. I got caught up in some things, and I'm not proud of what I did and what I got caught up in, and I'm very ashamed. But I need to clear my soul. I need to cleanse my aura. I need to talk about this with someone out in oblivion. Like, I need to get this off my chest, because I've been holding on to this stuff for over a month and a half now. I have not talked to anybody about it too much. Yeah, I talked to my brother a little bit, and I talked to my mom a little bit about things, but I have not been pouring out my soul into this thing. You know, I'm tired of hiding what's really going on, and I'm tired of a front and a facade, and I gotta be real with myself. If I don't be real with myself, then I'm gonna be lying to myself, and I'm gonna be lying to other people, and I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to be known as a liar. I want to be known as being honest, and even when I'm messing up, even when I'm going through turmoil, even when I fall into this addiction crap, and I'm having these crazy things go on, and I only have like 20 seconds, so I got to stop the video. But if I do upload this, I just want to tell every single one of you that I love every single one of you, because you're a person like me. And please, y'all, I'm just doing this because I hope it helps somebody out there. I hope it helps somebody out there. I'll see you.